Happy Wednesday. I want to have just a really candid heart to heart talk with you if you're taking a few minutes to watch this. And it's something that I see in a couple of guys. I'm going to give you an example of a couple of folks that I coach. And then something I'm also very, very convicted about in my own life as well, too. So here it is. Oftentimes we have, well, not going to say oftentimes, all the time, we have the tools necessary to go from point A to point B. Point B, let's equate that with where we want to go in life, whatever goals we have. We have all that we need in order to go from point A to point B, but we pick and choose the things that we want to participate in or the things that we want to do instead of doing everything that we need to do to get from point A to point B. You know, couple of folks I'm coaching, one, I'm giving them the work, well, I'm giving both of them, here's what you need to do in your business. Here's the steps you need to take. One will do it, not question anything, just go do the work. And I see his business starting to churn, the wheels are turning, his business is taking shape. And then another, I can give the exact same things to do. However, we'll come up with um, analyzing things, coming up with other plans, coming up with excuses, coming up with whatever, and just doesn't do anything. And where are they going? They're definitely not moving forward. And you're really never staying stagnant. You're either going forward or going backward. So much truth with all of that, but like, while I feel like I'm really good with coaching others with business and knowing the right things to do and being pretty consistent with doing those things in my own business, I can look at other parts of my life, and I'm just going to pick on one, eating. Let's talk about eating, and I was convicted on this morning. So if my wife is listening to this and she is wondering, do you realize what you ate last night? Yes, I know I had a Dairy Queen shake and a pizza. Both were really, 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 really good. Yes, I had those things. And this morning I was reading some scripture, and God tells us exactly what to eat. God gives us, as a matter of fact, 613 different rules for life. And if I choose to ignore them or just choose the bits and pieces that I feel comfortable with and want to apply to my life, guess what? I'm not going to be or realize the full potential that God has for me in every aspect of life. And that includes eating, right? It includes our money, how we take care of our money. It includes so many different facets of life. But what most of us will do, me included in this, will pick and choose what we feel comfortable with. We'll pick and choose the things that aren't going to require a whole lot of discipline in our life to do, and we just fall short. Fall well short. One of the things I've heard Ed Milet say a while back in one of his podcasts is one of his greatest fears is dying, meeting God, and then God showing him, here is who I had for you to be, yet you didn't do the things that you were supposed to do. Like, when Ed Milet mentioned that on his podcast, that scares me too. Like, am I really going all out for who God has me to be? Or am I allowing complacency, my comfort zone, my insecurities, all these things to make the decisions in my life? You know, if we're going to be all in means being all in, not like, hey, God, I know you got these 613 different guidelines for living life. However, I'm good with about 100 of these. The rest of it, you can have those. Let's roll with these. It's not that. We can't pick and choose. If we want to be all that He wants us to be and all we can be and reach the potential that God has for us in life, we've got to take all of the stuff and live it on a daily basis. So, anyways, I was just convicted. I want to share this wisdom with you, as I do think it's wisdom. We have the tools, we have the knowledge, we have what we need to hit our potential, whatever that potential is that God has for us. Are we doing the work? That's the question. Or are we just picking and choosing? Let's not pick and choose. Let's get the stuff done that we need to do to be all that we were created to be. Hope you have a good week. Hope this has been a challenge to you as I have been challenged myself. Talk to you later. Bye.